check out that hole, Commander.
Might be we can find ourselves a way in that avoids all the muster and bluster.
There is the relay station, Commander. It would appear this shortcut saved you a measurable amount of time and inconvenience.
No use rambling
somebody? Ah, nothing came of it. Seems suspect to me. What?
Ready to take the heat off, Commander. Just say when. Got some bad stuff.
Putting photos on display like that's one way to send a message. Can't be too good to the
This cannot be happening. Not again. Come, quickly. I'll bear witness.
Technicians Acna and Gastrell, you stand accused of manufacturing a fatal flaw in one of our valued dragoons. Have you any last words to express your shame?
That dragoon was already
charges of sabotage and treason most contemptible. I find you both guilty. No. No, please! This is all a misunderstanding! We're loyal!
More loyal subjects executed. And valued technicians, no less. I cannot see how reducing our own manpower guides us down a path to victory. Wait, I recognize you. From Horizon Point. Yes, just outside the skip labs, before the incident. Didn't I set security on you? How are you here? Alive?
You got security called on you outside the skip labs? But wasn't DeVries already inside the skip labs at that point?
You must have been the cause of everything that happened that day. And to think I could have stopped you. Perhaps I would have, if I'd not been so vexed over mere demerits. No, I was only trying to be an ideal subject, without fault. I held a proverbial handout to you, and you bloodied it. You made me complicit in your crimes. What happened to Horizon Point? The Sovereign's family. Oh, Matriarch, eliminating you may not amend my mistakes, but at the very least it will prevent any more of your treachery. And hopefully silence you from speaking of mine. Maybe it's the war that has estranged us, but... Wait, no, we were never friends! You silver-tongued charlatan, trying to rewrite history! I've already stayed my hand too long. Time to end this before word reaches Montelli of our conversation. I cannot have him wondering what poison you poured into my ears. It's true. I might not even be here if it weren't for your assistance in... amending my record. Protectorate law is clear in its mandate. Yet, I fail to see how executing you and allowing Montelli to remain in command helps Arcadia. Can one wrong be done to right another? He's always been firm, but never so harsh. Someone must be tightening the noose around his neck as well. I cannot believe Montelli is so far gone as to forget his true duty. Or our friendship. If we were to work together, perhaps I could convince him to stand down. Go to his terminal. Search for any information on it that may be deployed against him. Also, while you're there, notify High Command that I'm taking control of the station. You will need your own access card to get upstairs. Blank keycards can often be found in the contraband room, and there's a terminal for encoding access in the security office. Head through the door to the right and continue down the hall. You should find your way without much trouble. Oh, but mind the guards. They'll still attack you on sight. My commitment to the Protectorate is unwavering. Obviously, I wouldn't be attempting something so foolhardy if I was not devoted to protecting cause above self. Remember, our success hinges on sending my notice and gathering any information you can from Montelli's terminal. Don't fail me in this, or it will be both our graves. I will join you as soon as you go to confront Montelli. In the meantime, I'll gather what weapons and allies I can, just in case things go poorly.
Did you hear Montelli lock the thrusters?
I heard.
But if the box relay launches, we won't be able to change its trajectory. It could land on one of our towns.
Are you questioning?
Check enemy light just turned on.
No, of course not.
Give the order and I'll take it.
Engaging combat protocols.
Recommencing hostilities! That cover spot looks much better! Maintaining perfection! Quickly moving to cover! Enemy's dead! Just as the paradigm predicted!
Ready to waste them. On your command.
Through his beneficent guidance!
Got a distraction for you. I'm the one you need to worry about.
Neutralizing unplayable.
Sorry. Ain't recharged. Let me know when you needed a start.
Safe haven is locked!
You lot couldn't hit the broadside of a freighter.
What are they up to?
Confusing threat.
Each a vital cog. Giving chase.
Health benefits available.
Realign with the pyramid.
If I go, can I remain unsullied under the command of a rambling, nonsensical persecutor? Oh, hello there. You seem to have caught me at a most inopportune time. Was just, patrolling the sewers, monitoring for suspicious activity. Now, I must kindly ask that you vacate the vicinity. Your presence here is proving distracting, to put it mildly. Only patrolling one of the most vulnerable parts of the station? Yes, that's it. Very specialized work. Discreet, confidential. You'd never comprehend the value of this task. There's no need for animosity, I assure you. I'll abide, please. It's just that I don't know what's going on here. The station's changed. It's become a damn charnel house, stained with the blood of my brothers and sisters. I don't know what to do. I just don't wish to die. I can't... That'd be a fine idea. If only there weren't a group of starving raptidons that saw fit to make a den so close to the grate. I can? Oh. I suppose I'm now off to a world filled with uncertainty, savage wildlife, and miscreants always on your heels. Here, this key card should unlock a storage cache up above. It has some supplies in it that'll likely do you more good than they have me.
You there!
Ready to assist with agent's health needs.
Guns cocked and loaded. Just give the signal.
Grenade! Away! I am out of maintenance area! Relocating what kind of tomfoolery is this? Grenade!
They covet our due goodness! Changing magazine!
Taking cover!
Ready to take a hit on you, Commander. Just say when.
Replenishing my firearms! Restoring the balance! Restore the balance! Maintaining perfection!
Breaking for cover!
Over here. Three hole in the head. Come at.
Please seek treatment. Emergency protocol ready. Fires surfaced.
Give the word and I'll take care of it. Required.
Is currently unable to assist.
You lot couldn't hit the broadside of a freighter. Hey, you gotta...
Resuming hostilities.
then.
Appears our good brigadier is being guided by someone else's hand. You wager that influence is
Admittedly.
What now? Ah, an intruder. Of course. I was warned the paradigm would test me, and here you have arrived. And Corbin. By your presence, am I to understand that you've turned renegade as well? Of all the serpents writhing beneath my boot, you were the last I expected to strike at me.
My intentions are as they've always been. Honorable. I only wish to talk.
Talk? With a gun in hand and an enemy in your shadow? Do you mistake me for a fool?
Turn your gaze outward, Umberto. Look at everything you've done. Can you honestly tell me this is for the good of the Protectorate?
I'm killing traitors. Seditionists. I am purging our prized garden of chokeweed and all manner of slithering things. My methods may seem callous, but a swift response to treason is necessary to prevent this crisis from worsening. Auntie's choice, bah! The invaders are vacuous opportunists dead from the collar up. They would not have found purchase here if not for the festering rot already in our soil. Very well. Allow me to be blunt. Our great protectorate has lost its way. Years of comfort and plenty have softened us, made us weak, undisciplined. If only the sovereign heeded his consul's wisdom, he could restore the protectorate's honor, instead of shaming his forebears by leaving such a grave task to others like myself. The vanquished have no say in history. If I prove myself valorous before the end, who shall remain to argue against the means? Certainly not you.
When you speak, I hear the voice of my friend, but not his reason. Not the man who taught me to temper discipline with care for those under my command. If any vestige of that man remains, I believe he'd recognize the need to be relieved of command, and would welcome the friend who gave him the opportunity to do so bloodlessly.
The only thing I would welcome in this moment is your head upon a pike, you fraternizer. What do you know of it?
I know you have only ever wanted one thing, to serve the Protectorate. Right now, you're only doing it harm. But perhaps if relieved from the pressures of command...
You speak of an impossibility. Were it so easy to choose another path, do you think either of us would be here? You are right. I was overzealous. I allowed myself to be swayed from what I knew my sovereign wanted of me. It was my foremost duty to defend the Vox and all within it. I have failed in this. Completely. Therefore, I am undeserving of this post. Corbin, the station is yours. Much good it will do you. I will hang for this. But perhaps that, too, would have value to the Protectorate.
I will see to Montelli from here. I suggest you finish your business quickly, before others begin asking questions. Oh, and thank you.
Finally, true. The breeze must have left some evidence. Let's hope so.
I don't know who you are or how you access my private terminal, but it won't do for prying eyes to have evidence of my activities. I've triggered the Vox Relay failsafe ejection routine. But worry not. After launching, the station will take several minutes to achieve its pre-programmed self-destruct altitude, so you'll have plenty of time to enjoy the ride before your death.
Now we know why Montelli locked the engines. He planned to crash the box into Fairfield. If he's up to the change to jump back on the control pad, we gotta try, right? Pretty sure that shaking's a bad sign. Cutting it close here.
Ah, there you are. I was expecting you 4 minutes and 27 seconds ago, but never mind that. I have a missive for you. Highest priority. Recipient's eyes only. All I can tell you is that it is from Arcadia's most judicious custodians, the Order of the Ascendant. I am not privy to any information beyond that. Oh, they did also say it was important. I was tasked 6 months ago to deliver it to whomever ship was at this landing pad at this exact time. Well, 4 minutes ago, like I said. All other questions may be answered by viewing the missive, I expect. Farewell, and as they say, may all your endeavors come to fruition.
Time to watch whatever it was the messenger had for us.
Greetings, Agent of the Earth Directorate. I am Ruth Bassar, presiding Bishop of the Order of the Ascendant. At this time, I can only presume you think us your enemy, directly responsible for your colleague Augustine DeVries' actions way back on Horizon Point. I assure you, we were not. A splinter group was behind that heresy. The collective of scientists and scholars I lead are committed to elevating humanity by pursuing a greater understanding of reality. I believe our goals are not incompatible. We both oppose the Protectorate, and we both wish to preserve Arcadia from ruin. We can help each other. I entreat you to speak with Abbot Newell. He can be found in Golden Ridge at Matriarch's mercy. He will aid you in your mission, and hopefully, you will see fit to aid us in ours. Nav key coordinates to the Golden Ridge landing pad on Dorado are embedded in this message. Go forth as was determined, and may the plan guide you.
The Order of the Ascendant awaits us on Golden Ridge, Commander.
Before we rev engines, I'd really like to check on Zeb still. It won't take long. Not to belabor the point, but Zeb's not in the habit of staying in one place over long. We miss him here, and there's no telling when I'll be able to catch him next. If ever. Much appreciated, Commander. Promise, I won't be making a habit of pulling skeletons out of my closet. Westport's on the east side of the island. I tracked Zeb to somewhere on its outskirts, but never got up the nerve to visit before now. We ought to start there.
Commander, the nav key coordinates supplied by the presiding Bishop of the Order have been verified. Landing in Golden Ridge is now possible. Additionally, we are also able to land in Free Market Station due to the astrogator's progress with the updates necessitated by its rebuild. Free Market Station is an independent marketplace, the only one in the system. It is called such as it was built out of a crashed Auntie's Choice freighter by that name. Agent Ibarra frequented it occasionally after the invasion. He said it was a good place to find newfangled gadgets and stolen prototypes and whatnot. Agent Ibarra prioritized your recovery above pursuing Agent DeVries. This involved disassembling and rebuilding the astrogator to allow the incognito to travel to your location. As the rebuilding process progresses, old nav keys may be unlocked. Unfortunately, most of them are likely not recoverable. Matriarch's Mercy, Alexandra Monastery, the statue of the Matriarch. And notice.
Our lines will not. Good subjects arrive 15 minutes early to avoid missing their tram. Stay vigilant. Report any suspicious activity to your nearest...
Please mind the gaps. All of them.
This is your 2061st reminder to keep all personal items with you at all times. Please consult with Earth Directorate HQ before committing resources to search and rescue. This is your 2061st reminder to keep all personal items with you at all times.
Please mind the gaps. All of them.
The plan can wait. Our lines will not. Good subjects arrive 15 minutes early to avoid missing their trams. Attention passenger. You are running 27.5 hours late for your tram. Please be mindful of your departure.
Notice the following points of interest.
vigilant. Report any suspicious activity to your nearest station warden.
Multiple signs of habitation observed. Helpful tip. Agents are advised against touching stains of questionable origin.
Unless you're bent on exploring, best we hoof it over to Matriarch's Mercy and reach that avenue Bassar mentioned.
Elegance of the well-formulated plan. You'll never forget your first higher-order logarithmic differentiation.
Please, somebody help us! Anybody, please!
Finally! Some help! We desperately need aid. Desperately! My family and I, we was making our way to the Mercy camp for us refugees. We were set upon. My wife, my son were injured. Can't move them by myself. I had to leave them just past this tunnel so as I could go for help. But being alone is even more riskier. The Varachnids, I chased them off, but they'll be back. Please help us. Ain't nothing I can do for them, but you got weapon and medicines and can get us to the camp. Please. Thank you. Thank you. This way. This way.
Anybody got the time?
Alert.
The Adrena time?
Hostile.
Moving it!
Taking position so I can shoot the
Let me know when I'm needed a strength.
Injuries detected. How may this unit assist you?
Another refugee? All right, step. Just a moment. Allowing anyone into Matriarch's mercy unprocessed will upset the precarious ratio of refugees to aid. We should have an opportunity for placement in approximately 7.85 days, presuming no unforeseen alterations. Oh, no, we can't allow that. You'd best go and see our doctor at once. Just keep your distance from others. Our calculations do not afford many sick refugees. Welcome to Matriarch's Mercy. Rule number 1, no crowding. Rule number 2, avoid the exclusion zone. Our seer has predicted non-specific imminent danger. Not at present, but according to our predictions, the creation of a third rule is likely, if not inevitable. I thought the name was self-explanatory. Our seer predicted that a corner of the encampment is in terrible danger. Danger from what? Or when? Unclear. Stay away from it, and, in all probability, you won't have to find out. Safety and probability are incompatible. Eventually, nowhere will be safe, including here. You need anything, talk to Seer Wiley. He's in the lift building, straight through the settlement.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever...
I remember this place before the war.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to Helios?
If we factor... And then we solve for the... apologies. Just catching up on a research assignment between queries. Yes? Did you need something? Oh, doesn't everyone have that memorized? It's 1.77245385. Ah, I see you were making a jest and/or attempt at conversation. Anything else? Then back to it I shall get.
Please be advised, this unit lacks pharmaceutic
By
resources to provide
calculating the
medical
position
care, meaning
of apologies, outsider. As a vicar, I am usually tasked with guiding non-order lay people, such as yourself. Lately, the abbot has tasked me with the education of the refugees in our care. You are, of course, free to stay to be enlightened by my lecture, but I don't need an abacus to predict your path lies elsewhere. Well, if it's in the displaced's best interests, I imagine I can find a moment. Yes, I reckon I do have my ear to the grimy dirt floor of Matriarch's Mercy. I hear what common lay people are saying, and the wide array of bodily noises they make. Suppose I, more than any other member of the Order here, connect with non-scienticians. I've begun daily lectures, including practical advice on efficiently planning their days. I frequently launch into extended orations on everyone's favorite topic, math, and meticulously expatiate on our sex origins in the most rigorously pedantic detail. As I'm sure you've read in recent dissertations doing the rounds, education has proven to have a 13.7% increase in overall quality of life. I am single-handedly making a difference here, with constructive pointers on efficient scheduling, lessons on order history, plus some mathematics for a little added razzle-dazzle. Perhaps some other time we can debate the theoretical complexities involved. But I fear I must get back to my duties. These laypersons won't enlighten themselves.
Where do we go now? Another refugee camp? Another
We're not going anywhere.
With an 8.
Not on the basis of some half-baked prediction.
Except for the fact that you ain't yelling and trying to eat me. I'd have pegged you as some sort of prosperous scrapper by the rough look you got about you. You do got a certain feral look in your eye, though. Okay. I give up. Tell me. May Huffstutler, formerly Auntie's Choice, Department of Invasive Marketing. Now, the voice of the displaced. That's what those in the Order call me, leastways. An unofficial sobriquet, likely meant as a petulant slight. On account I object. Louder. More often than the rest. Those of us ended up here have very little except needs. I turn those into demands for reasons of clarity and import. What little I understand, I actually sort of admire. I mean, from where I'm sitting, they hold the most potential. If only they worked harder to realize it. Because really, at the end of the day, ill intent and neglect feel pretty much the same. Happy as I am to make your acquaintance, I'm busy staking our claim over the exclusion zone, so if you'll excuse me. Vexing. We're at the mercy of the Order, and the Order is at the mercy of their predictions. Not to insult our gracious hosts, but these people don't wipe themselves unless an equation tells them to. The exclusion zone. The Order has decided to keep us out thanks to some nebulous prediction of disaster. Screw their predictions. We have people, displaced by war and disaster, in sore need of space. There's plenty of room to house them. Chance of life-threatening peril from a yet-to-be-determined catastrophe were the administrant's words. Not what I would call specific. I honestly don't give the slightest whit about the Order's idea of math or whatever calculation tells them that a catastrophe may or may not occur. I couldn't get anywhere with Administrant Agarwal, but you, maybe you'll have better luck. Thanks, stranger. Maybe fate's on our side for a change. You can find Agarwal in the lift building, probably formulating another equation to get on my nerves.
Oh, a visitor. Hello. You weren't mentioned in my latest personalized order prediction. Granted, I mostly skim the parts what don't cover probabilistic dangers, so perhaps you were alluded to in some, roundabout fashion. Suppose that means you're not a threat. So that's good, right? Yeah, I reckon that's good. Good. I'm most focused on what's relevant to me these days. I used to listen to the wireless, read periodicals, all that useless junk. Complete waste of time, I tell you. First time I got a POP, it was on a lark. It said, Rolo Nast, our seer has predicted you must wear a helmet today. I borrowed one, as a laugh. Everybody ribbed me about it. Just after lunch, wind picked up on the cliff above and dropped a mock apple 152 meters straight down onto my head. Fortunately, I still had that brain case on. Sure, but I've had 9 POPs so far, and at least 3 times something similar happened. Avoided drowning in a culvert, sidestepped my mantisaur allergy. Forget the other. Things like that just illustrate the fragile nature of human existence, especially here in Golden Ridge. My co-occupant Ike had a POP done and told him avoid liquids for 48 hours. He ignored it. Later got drunk, passed out, drowned face first in a puddle of water. You did catch the part I said they saved my life, right? I think alive is a notable improvement on dead. That's something you can take to the bank, Figuratively speaking. I don't know why the other displaced have been so slow to take to them. But I'm not complaining too loud. Waited for my latest POPs long enough already.
By the law. It's you.
You're right. Ah, you must be the, Earth Directorate Agent I was told to expect. Your punctuality is commendable. Allow me to welcome you to Golden Ridge. I'm afraid I've no refreshments available, but can I interest you in a customary debate over decidability? Sensible. Straight to business, then. The presiding bishop sent word of your imminent arrival. However, pursuant to our normal standards of compartmentalization, she was scant on the details of your mission. That said, I've been instructed to assist you however I can. So, tell me, what brings you to Golden Ridge? DeVries. Now, why does that name ring familiar? Landon, do you recall a DeVries?
I don't generally concern myself with passers-through. If this DeVries was not a member of the Order, then it's unlikely we ever exchanged mats.
You've just described Archivist Victor Clemens on a good day.
What does an Earth Directorate agent want with Archivist Clemens? Victor Clemens, some kind of radical. What an absurd notion.
I must agree with my seer. I once watched Victor shed copious tears over a damaged datapad. It's difficult to imagine him capable of worse. Good intentions have led scienticians in the past to stray down paths most troubling. Victor's currently supervising highly experimental research at one of our labs to the northwest, the Enray Range, beyond the invaders' front lines. Unfortunately, you'll need to go through the decommissioned autonomous extractorium to reach it. That path is less than safe, so I advise caution. Besides the highly caustic Zeranium River and the Mantisaurs, we've also received reports of mad cultists in the area. It does make me wonder why Victor decided to stay. Victor is dedicated. Single-minded, one could say. I've always thought highly of his analytical skills as a researcher. Less so his social ones, perhaps. Loath as I am to admit it, there may be some merit to your worries over a conspiracy within the Order, whether Victor is involved or not. As my predecessor would remind me, denying unpleasant facts is not good science. I would be remiss if I failed to support an investigation. No doubt you heard of the recent attack launched on that Anti's Choice base, Outpost Opportunity. It came from one of our facilities, the Zeranium Manufactory. But that facility is intended for research, not military action. I hate thinking an Order member responsible, but given the precision of the attack, it does suggest traitors in our midst. It would undoubtedly benefit both of us to root them out.
Respectfully, Scholar, given current tensions, should we really be trusting such a delicate task to this stranger? Would an internal review of our ranks not be more appropriate? Choosing levity at a moment like this is only further evidence of your lack of good judgment.
I don't dispute the need for discretion, my friend, but the presiding bishop made the determination to send the agent to us. It's best we trust her calculations. Moreover, our situation is growing increasingly dire. I can't overstate my fears concerning this most recent attack ending the ceasefire and reigniting the war in Golden Ridge. One more thing. Your investigation into the traitors takes precedence, but if you could also render aid at Outpost Opportunity on our behalf, such a gesture might preserve the peace. I knew I could rely upon you. Ruth wouldn't have sent you otherwise. Here, take this writ of investigative inquiry. It'll grant you access to the manufactory. Seer Wiley and I will conduct our own inquest into these traitors you've mentioned erstwhile. We can compare notes once you've returned with your findings.
You have an abundance of valid options for your next mission destination.
Welcome.
Commander. N-ray range, Zeranium manufactory, or outpost opportunity.
Arcadia shall ever return to how it was.
Been noticing a lot of screws going missing of late on board the ship. You wouldn't happen to know anything about that, would you?
No missing fastener reports have been filed with this unit.
Let me rephrase. Have you been collecting screws for some reason?
Affirmative. Multiple replacement screws have been collected in accordance with pending work order from Agent Amara. I must have a screw loose.
It's a figure of speech, Val.
We regret to inform you, Zeranium Manufactory 7 is presently under lockdown. Unauthorized entry is barred due to contrivance malfunction, laboratory mishap, and/or miscellaneous dangers.
Please call again at a more appropriate time.
Apologies. Emergency protocols unready.
Hello? Someone there? Yes? Did the missive not play, or was it garbled in some way? Are you somehow struggling with coherence? If so, to be clear, Zeranium Manufactory 7 presently and for an indeterminate time is in lockdown. That means no external transmissions, no visitors. Wait, you have a writ? From the abbot? But we don't have any means of... yes, they said they have a... yes, sir. This is Factor Metadien. Am I to understand you have orders from the abbot? Quite convenient for you. I have no way of verifying without allowing you entry. Oh. Very well. Come inside and we'll see the sorting. Building on the left.
Yes, right over here. You're not getting down below until you talk to me. So, the abbot deigned to send someone whilst we're contending with all manner of emergencies, did he? Interesting timing. May I see it then? The writ? Sometimes I cannot fathom what goes through the abbot's mind, but your papers do seem to be legitimate. I will unlock the elevator so you can speak with Proctor Svoboda below. I'll send word you're en route, but fair warning, I cannot predict what reception you will receive. I expect your behavior will remain impeccable. As soon as I've seen to securing the facility, I'll be along straight away. The recent attack may have originated from this facility, but I assure you it was not at our hand. We have no desire to resume open warfare with Auntie's choice. One of our transport pods, filled with Zeranium, was diverted toward, or more specifically at, their location. Though functionally correct, I assure you. The transport pods are fired into space, where they are collected for redistribution. To date, no one has ever misused them for this purpose, despite the explosive nature of the material. Fortunately, we have potentially identified the culprit, and we have managed to corner the apparent perpetrator down below, which would be a good thing if they had not, somehow seized control of the manufactory operations. Our suspect, one Initiate Alva, previously supervised launch controls. Though steadfastly maintaining her innocence, she has also barricaded herself in the operations control room below, a move not likely to allay anyone's suspicions. I admit I'm to a reasonable degree pleased you are on hand to corroborate current suppositions. May your query yield favorable results.
It evidently originated here. Transport pod full of Zerania. Blue outpost opportunity to naught but tinges and flinders.
Initiate Alpha, stand down. Relinquish control of this facility immediately.
Oh, my dear Proctor, you can't believe a low-level drudge like me is responsible for any of this.
You'd have us all believe you seized control to demonstrate your innocence. Wait, is this being broadcast?
I have no idea how this audio doodad works. You're the one in charge here, Proctor Svoboda. Are you sure you didn't do something?
I demand your unconditional surrender at once.
Hello, Proctor? I'm pushing buttons over here now. Did I disconnect you somehow?
Emergency detoxification initiated. Said when what's-her-name took over.
Ah, yes, of course. Next on my list of lowest probability events, strangers sent by the Abbot, gallivanting about amidst a lockdown. If we'd been able to communicate beyond our walls, might have saved you a trip. As I can successfully report, we have identified the responsible party. A low-level subordinate, assigned here years ago. But I'm now realizing how little we actually know about her. A spy or turncoat, no doubt. A sleeper agent from one of those secret enemy programs you're always hearing about. Within a beat of us hearing of the attack, Alpha seized command of the system and locked herself in the control center. She then forcefully repelled several attempts to extricate her. 2 are dead already. Poor Jacobs lost a hand trying to pry free the outer doors. Why, she could destroy this entire place at any moment from in there. I implore you to stop her before she does so. I fear violence may be our only recourse. I am so pleased a reliable party is actively engaged. I'll be in my office. Let me know once she's no longer a problem.
Now, this is important. Would you describe the Veracrant's cursor as slavery attack?
Of course she's hiding something.
Do you think those 2 exemplars are hell strong? They're hardly prone to involuntary self-injury.
Oh, hello. A visitor. Who is it they're sending now? And who are you, dear? You're what? Some maverick for hire? Oh, no, I can see it now. Earth Directorate, yes? Like Commander Zane and that rascal Buddy. And who is that you brought with you? A friend? Another Earth Directorate agent, I see. Seems sad.
Is she talking about me?
Oh my! That Earth Directorate support mech is a design classic. All this for me. Fear I hardly deserve such attention. This entire business is just a terrible misunderstanding. I expect few in the Order know of you, but, well, I've kept to a role here that is purposely not very taxing. Others prefer calculations in their spare time. I have my stories. Between launches, I enjoyed serials, 2-bit dreadfuls, periodicals. I adore Zane and Buddy, even if they are considered contraband. And you decidedly share their upright bearing. For the longest time, I didn't realize your organization actually existed. But here you are, well-timed and, no doubt, eager to help. Oh, believe you me, I'd like to know that more than anyone. I am thoroughly unaware how anyone would think me capable of all this. I was apparently at the wrong point in space at the wrong point in time. Really? Do you see me, a saboteur? But don't they always attempt to, flee the scene? I am a simple, unremarkable factotum, an everyday order initiate, well at ease in her small role within the plan. It's all a mistake, compounded by hearsay, miscommunication, and faulty conclusions. I'll tell you exactly what happened. Our transport pod leveled outpost opportunity. I immediately realized someone must have bypassed my terminal. I initiated a lockdown to block further tampering. Had I not, additional attacks may have continued. Now, despite a long record of dedicated service, who's being blamed for this calamity? Me, somehow. I hate to speak poorly of management, but we work folk around the manufactory consider the proctor something of a petty bureaucrat, dear. I assume she's acting as any functionary would, assigning blame to appear in control. But you know the type, surely. Dear me, I wish I did, but... Actually, there may be a way you could gain answers here. The firing record should contain all relevant details regarding the launch. Why, yes, I could unseal access to the records repository for you and open the path leading there. I'd be right grateful if you'd have a look. I swear I'm completely innocent of this heinous act they're accusing me of. All right, fair enough. Understood. Appreciate your help, dear. Please return when you have found something. May the plan favor us against long odds.
Negative. Pharmaceutical reload in progress.
Investigator? Always account for standard deviation. May all your endeavors add to the equation. Patrol's back, I hear. Don't see Auntie's being too discreet.
Our Earth Directorate. Hello. I've been conversing with Factor Matadier here while you were away. Understand you've met?
Yes, they witnessed me rather discomposed, I fear. Visions of Auntie's choice reprisal clouded my thoughts at the time. Troops now guard the entrance above. Our safety addressed, I have turned my attention to the cause of our situation here, and I have deemed it wise to investigate further. Do not let my position fool you. All within the Order are scienticians, and hence we seek the truth of any hypothesis based on evidence. The Proctor's accusation is no different. You suspect me somehow? One must keep one's eyes wide open in such times, I suppose. Now, I believe you had an update for Initiate Alva.
You've examined the launch records, yes? What did you find? I'd say they've obviously been altered, dear. Fancy that odor you detected, a sign of chemicals used to affect the falsification. Ah, but listen to me. What do I know about this sort of thing? I know I've watched too many Aetherwave serials. Suppose they fuel my fervent imagination. But still, even the most junior scientist knows the best explanation is one requiring the fewest assumptions. Ergo, I set the correct coordinates. Someone overrode them. Someone may be pulling her strings, perhaps. That's what investigators like you say, isn't it? Now, what you uncovered appears to imply two further avenues of inquiry. A Zeranium leak occurred moments after the launch. I imagine it may have been used as a diversion, allowing the culprit time to falsify the record. The overriding of the coordinates also deserves a look. Don't you think?
I can speak to the coordinate override, I believe. All commands are routed through the hub in central processing. If one meant to accomplish what you're suggesting, they would likely look to do it there.
I expect the Zeranium leak stemmed from alterations to the control boards and refinement logistics. I'd look for any signs of tampering that may point to the culprit. All right. There, I've unsealed both areas. With hope, what you discover will help us determine the responsible party.
I'll stay here and play for more time. If the Proctor sends anyone, I'll say I'm close to convincing you to surrender.
Alba's been here for how many years? I never noticed her.
Svoboda seeks retribution. This unit is capable of complying.
Over here! Thank you kindly. I am decidedly in your debt. Anything you need? Anything I, a lowly archivist, can provide you, a heroic individual who is handy with doors? Of course. I am now able to breathe easy and respond freely. Strange question, but yes, all commands pass through the hub here. Through that wiring underneath that open floor panel in the back of the room, actually. I was in my cot doing advanced equations. After the explosion occurred, I rushed here to check my terminal. The door was creaky to open. I should have known it would lodge in place when it closed, but I was distracted by the disheveled state of the room and rushed inside. Works in operations, right? Always on about her stories. Wish I had time to watch serials and read all day. Well, again, I deeply appreciate your skillful aid. Careful on your way out. Try not to be liquefied and subsequently devoured. May all your endeavors elicit expected results.
and may the plan guide you.
Factor's been in there a while now. Perhaps this conundrum is approaching the solution. May all your endeavors add to the equation.
Oh, hello, dear. Why, we were just talking about you.
Or specifically, potential implications for a multitude of troubling scenarios, based on probable results of your investigation, downstream outcomes, and such and the like.
You know how the Order is, always calculating something. But please, tell us what you discovered.
That you found evidence that the coordinates were rerouted is definitely something. Would be an odd step for Alva here to take, except perhaps to throw blame elsewhere.
I admit I had the knowledge to cause the leak, but not the authorization. Svoboda has clearance, but not the know-how. I'm sufficiently certain our proctor is conspiring with an outside party, so I'm coming out now. She's going to tell me who she's working with. Then I'm going to kill her.
Wait a minute. You're going to what? Our investigation, it's unfinished. And you're an initiate. What are you talking about?
Oh, I see you two thought you were proving my innocence. No, you were helping identify my target. I'd advise you dears to help or stay out of my way. Proctor Svoboda needs to pay for her actions.
Yes, I concur. That may be the only part of this that seems certain. You are far more capable than some back manufacturing button pusher. Who are you, really?
I am a dedicated agent of the Order, but no, dear. My name is not Miriam Alva. I am Marisol Delgado, formerly of the Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection.
That group was just a story to scare novice scienticians. Next, you're going to be telling me you're... Wait. It is you, isn't it? The one they called the Endpoint.
Searching service record. No additional names found. Obscenities were excluded from the search.
I arrived decades ago to lie low after a difficult assignment. More than that, I have nothing to speak on at present.
The rumors about your department. They said anyone who might delay the equation being solved disappeared. If there are any hints of truth to that, I find it severely at odds with Order tenets for balancing efficiency with humanity.
This is hardly the time for a history lesson or debate, I'm afraid.
That you are who you are, and are standing right, and have been here for years. It's all much to digest. I suspect your methods are not my own, nor the Order's, as I know it. And I fear your intentions for Proctor Svoboda. I cannot be party to this, but neither shall I stand in your way.
A wise calculation, my friend. Good thing you showed up when you did. You saved me from having to kill everyone here. Svoboda has much to answer for. Let's go see that she does.
What's this? What are you doing here? Come to surrender, I take it?
After decades keeping this identity, your inexpert blundering has rendered it obsolete. I am Marisol Delgado, former head intercessor of the Order. This would be an ideal time to confess everything. Before you die.
You can't possibly be party to all this. Not with her vast misdeeds so readily apparent.
Our investigator has definitively determined my innocence following a thorough investigation.
Wait, you can't possibly believe this balderdash. This is all nothing more than a flagrant example of artifice and bunco. An elaborate song and dance from an admitted imposter.
Enough, traitor. You made your play. You lost. No more deception. No more lies. Time to pay what is due.
No, wait,
Thus concludes a thoroughly distasteful business. Yes, though I was aiming for her face. Little rusty. Best search her office. Someone clearly was pulling her strings.
Updating threat assessment of Marisol Delgado to... Hi.
Proctor left her terminal.
The terminal unsealed the effluvium repository. That's traditionally off limits. Ideal spot to hide something. We should take a look. used to be brimming with runoff chemical sludge. It's been renovated, I see. Another terminal. Go ahead. You should have the honors. The Proctor's efforts appear part of a larger scheme. Ah, of course. I should have assumed you had a greater purpose here. This whole affair reminded me of the old days. The blood, the secrecy, the calculations and intrigue. Been trying to tell myself I didn't miss it. But in action, I fear, ill suits me. I have some unfinished business I need to get back to. I could use help from an operator like you. Believe my specific skills could benefit your efforts as well. I'd propose a strategic partnership. You help me, I help you. What do you say? Good, good. It's a little crowded here, though, isn't it?
Affirmative. Engaging standby protocols.
Excellent. Well then, I am quite ready to leave this place.
I realize you didn't receive the most welcome of receptions here. I recognize you've done right by us here today, and I appreciate your efforts.
I should do a study. Study on
While stellar temperature
what portion of the structure.
Came at us from the scrapper side. You must be more than a mite brave. Or foolish. They're dangerous. I don't envy their handlers.
Getting utilizing it's called biding your participating anti-choice vendors. Fortificator is charged.
Extensive damage, Commander.
Bored. Bored. From the order, are you?
That's gotta be the end rate range. I'm looking forward to having some words with this Victor. Let me know when you need a distraction.
Standing by to stupefy.
Never let a locked door stop us before. Let's look for another way in.
I'm accustomed to this sort of sight when I leave a facility, not when I enter one.
We can hear those wriggly little grub fingers of yours. Bring them close so we can...
0.36 cubed divided by the standard rate of fluid flow, and then you multiply by... is it 30 or... Oh! Hello!
Yes, based on your presumed body weight, I'd say multiplying by 30 is correct.
I was unaware that Victor, that is, Archivist Clemens, requested aid. Did he? I hope you're here to help regardless. That would be nice. Architect's mercy, thank you. It is so much easier to be polite when I needn't fear all of my bones sliding out of my body. Oh, dear Archivist Clemens has been so strange lately. So distant, so agitated. And not his normal agitation, mind you. This is something different. Much worse. He's deeper in the facility, working on something he deemed to be of the utmost importance. Either he is still below, continuing said work, or he is quite dead. And with all those cultists gallivanting about, I don't fancy his odds. Three days ago, the range was inundated with fiends. Cultists, I believe. I am unaware if they're immensely foolhardy or simply mad, but they've caused no shortage of destruction. I've seen few firsthand, but that isn't because they've gone. Rather, I believe they have become visibility deficient. Oh, there's no such thing as invisibility. I can only theorize that their visual forms were sent out of phase when they haphazardly tampered with pressurized N-rays. It's a shame the facility is in shambles. We have an N-ray scanner device that may render the cultists far easier for one to locate. If I'm still alive in a week, I'll put in a suggestion to the presiding bishop that N-ray scanners be standard issue. The scanner is an optical device designed to detect electrical signals and the N-rays given off by all living beings. Visible or not, the cultists still give off N-rays. It was stored nearby. But with the damage to the facility, you'll likely need to use the maintenance vent on the wall there behind the screen to get anywhere near it. I appreciate your aid. I'm going to wait here and try to prevent my wounds from reopening. I appreciate your help. Dying makes it so difficult to see the results of your theses.
There's the N-ray device that Exemplar Foxworth mentioned.
Cannot threaten one who welcomes obliteration.
Threat detected.
Gun weapon ready, Commander.
Closing it.
I appreciate your help. Dying makes it so difficult. You can use it to see the wires connecting this door to the nearest override panel. Try not to electrocute yourself. I appreciate your aid.
Doors open. Time to make a way.
You've opened the way forward. Very good work.
But I'm not ready.
Vitals are in the...
Give the order and I'll take care of him, Commander.
Guns cocked and loaded. Just get the signal.
You cannot remain here. Complication after complication befalls this facility, and death stalks its halls. It was all well and good to end those cultists' suffering, but that was but the barest tip of the danger present in this facility. I implore you to depart. I have nothing to say. You're here to stop me. But if I'm stopped, the consequences will be exponential. Oh, I don't expect people like you or Augustine to understand. My work is humane and must be finished. All else is secondary. You must remove yourself from the range. I don't want your blood on my hands, but I will spill it if you force me. No, don't you understand? If my work is forestalled in any way, so many more will suffer. And I am already much too far behind. I have been forced to enact measures for self-defense in the wake of these cultists. They will serve just as effectively against you. I beg you, leave immediately. Remain, and you will assuredly suffer a violent demise.
Victor, I fully understand the importance of your work. This is exactly why I push you so. Your moral justifications for delaying your delivery are misguided. Dead is dead. What matter is it if their ends come in 1 minute or 3? If you seek to be humane in your duties, fine. So long as I get the explosives in time. But if we fail to act, the order will be lost forever. Collateral damage was always inevitable, Victor. You knew this. And the longer you take in your laboratory, the greater your risk of being caught becomes. If that happens, you know what must be done. But I should remind you that such a failure will result in vastly more suffering for all parties involved. We need those explosives now, Victor. Let's finish this. Victor, I fully understand the importance of your work. This is exactly why I push you so. Your moral justifications for delaying your delivery are misguided. Dead is dead. What matter is it if their ends come in 1 minute or 3? If you seek to be humane in your duties, fine. So long as I get the explosives in time. But if we fail to act, the order will be lost forever. Collateral damage was always inevitable, Victor. You knew this. And the longer you take in your laboratory, the greater your risk of being caught becomes. If that happens, you know what must be done. But I should remind you that such a failure will result in vastly more suffering for all parties involved. We need those explosives now, Victor.
Let's finish this.
My piety is the pendulous killing tool who has isolated you from my hand. How dare you hamper my ascension with your distantness?
Investigating hostile intention. Mobilizing.
Look at the sad little sprat in his corrugated metal cage. Why don't you unlock the door and come out?
Proceeding to attack.
Enemy moving.
Reckon they're out of range.
Friend of friends are a greater ally than any number of fellow scienticians. I hardly believe my eyes. I didn't think I would be leaving this room with all of my innards within. I see you possess our N-ray scanner. Ooh, ingenious device. If I'd had it, I may have evaded being trapped here. Oh, I shouldn't have had to worry. Damn that Victor, and damn his hubris. Fitting that his experiment would cause so much strife, that he would be untouched by the ensuing pandemonium. Pardon my excitement. It's been an eventful day. I don't know the specifics, only that Victor was performing a procedure utilizing processed N-rays. And those cultists flooded the range, They damaged the N-ray canisters. In the ensuing chaos, Victor's experiment was destroyed. I know some cultists were killed, but many more still live, moving unseen through the range. Survived is something of an overstatement. Most of the cultists died immediately upon exposure, and according to past experiments, those that haven't are experiencing accelerated organ liquefaction. I would be more sympathetic to their collective plight, and they not promise to insert every item in this room down my throat in reverse alphabetical order. Because he refused to follow procedure. He didn't take an assistant or allow anyone to see his data, and now it's all consigned to oblivion. What a waste. Oh, believe me, this is more excitement than I ever wanted. I shall.
Don't become a statistic, Commander.
I cannot believe this. How many times must I say only
Suffered extensive damage, Commander. Vandals are in the red, Commander.
My entreaties were never going to pierce your stubborn will. Not when we spoke before, not when you reached my traps. I should have guessed. There is but one option left to me. To save Arcadia, to ensure the future, we must both die. I could never show Trammell the truth of my experiments. No one within the Order could know. It was for their benefit. But none of that matters now. I was warned that you would attempt to. You would use subterfuge to sway me. I cannot allow this. I cannot allow our efforts to be in vain. If DeVries does not receive my explosive, she will resort to a violent assault. Many will die, pointlessly, and in agony. I can at least deliver them an instant, painless death. I thought this explosive vest would be an unnecessary precaution. All I can hope is that by blasting us both from the field of play, the Order shall find its way to truth. The dead regret nothing.
My fellow loyalists, it is time. Due to the Earth Directorate operatives' continued meddling, we must increment our timetable by a factor of hours, not days. Accordingly, our forces have taken over the monastery. Those I predetermined to be resilient to reason have been executed. The rest should not cause us trouble. I have locked the lift to prevent the agent from reaching the monastery, but the following code will grant you access. 34145. I will continue my work from here, supplying Augustine with everything she needs for our plan to succeed, and delaying the agent as I'm able to. May the results of our actions today secure a more prosperous tomorrow for our sacred order.
Swear I can't lie low for 20 years without everything in the order falling apart. Well, suppose we better head to the monastery now, yes?
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to hell? The grand plan is the predetermined order to the entire...
Grand Agent! Oh, thank good odds and high probabilities you're back. There's been an incident. A rogue faction has taken over the monastery. My seer Wiley, is trapped up there with other hostages of the Order. To make matters worse, my access code's not working. Without it, I've no way of calling the lift. Peace talks? Yes, Ruth informed me, but how did you learn of them? No one outside a select circle are supposed to be aware they're happening. That's a serious accusation. Why would I do such a thing? No, I can't discuss this right now. The monastery. The truth is, I held Wiley back. I kept him from advancing for my own selfish gains by spreading lies and false concern over his competence behind his back. But I needed him. I still need him. I'm not the savant he is, never have been. If he'd advanced beyond his current role, my deficiencies would have been made manifest to all. I'm sorry, but we really haven't the time to litigate this issue further. In case I didn't make it clear before, the monastery is currently in jeopardy. Representatives of Auntie's Choice and the Order are meeting to discuss an armistice and possible collaboration. It's an unprecedented opportunity to shorten this war. I know I mentioned it before, but compartmentalization is crucial to the success of most of the Order's operations. I wish I could offer more details than that. If this De Vries is responsible, then I agree with your objective. But don't forget the innocents caught in the middle. They need your help too. But I'm afraid I won't be accompanying you. I can't be sure my presence wouldn't alter the outcome of your efforts in prodigious and unforeseen ways. No? How grand! Then we are already in alignment. Once you reach the monastery, make your way to the observatory. If the conspirators are seeking the coordinates of the talks, no doubt their efforts will be concentrated there. Go forth as was determined, and may the plan guide you.
Have you beheld that new record monastery?
Can't imagine what the situation's like upstairs.
Uses a tracking algorithm, never misses. Sounds ambitious, even.
Are you sure that rope can support us?
I am 100% certain that its tensile strength is marginally greater than our combined weight. Probably.
Wait, look! Someone just came up via the lift. It must be unlocked.
That's all bluster. We're an unpredicted variable in his equations, and he knows it.
Know that nothing occurs without a today.
On a quotient at the moment is to risk missing the problem.
Let me know when you need a stretch.
Mechanism.
Stun weapon ready, Commander.
Over here! Sorry, hole in the head! Got a distraction for you!
Threat assessment confirmed. Amplification in progress. Locking them down. Proceeding to attack. Mobilizing. Those junction boxes are familiar. The N-ray scanner should show how they're wired.
Found another one. Damn it. I knew there'd be a high probability of fighting, but I didn't think.
Hey, none of that. Remember what Wiley told us?
Document every corpse you find so we have an accurate head count later.
Well, yes. Also, not everyone will share in combat.
Locked and loaded. Just get the signal.
Standing by to stupefy.
What you need to worry about?
Consider self-preservation. Mitigating the threat. Taking the fight out of them.
Huh. I'd have expected better cable management from the Order.
Architect's perspiring brow if you try to cite the fourth pillar to me one more time. Armed conflicts are not the inevitability you are making them out to be, Anya, but rather the result of a populace failing to adhere to scientism's stoic imperative.
Oh, and I suppose we're going to pretend the second pillar doesn't exist. I must have just imagined reading Alfred Long's 75 Thesis on determinism then.
Anchorites. Be warned, any conversation with these two may prove pedantic.
You're in luck. I just finished my third reread of it. Chapter 47 is a real treat. When we're finished speaking, I'll put it in the collection drawer, but do take care with it, especially around the bath. We lose more good books that way.
Our lives are predestined, ipso facto. If there is conflict, then it was inevitable.
Actually, An outside opinion might be useful at this juncture. Our current topic is whether war is ever justified. For the sake of time, please keep your answer brief. But what if widespread suffering is already taking place? Then its causes should be observed, quantified, and a non-violent solution found. You do not extinguish a fire with more flame. Tell that to the Protectorate. We're going in circles again. If only we had access to the materials we requested, perhaps we could settle this debate.
I need the book Only Real Numbers, The Casualties of Appeasement by Exemplar Kwong. Second edition, not the first. That's important.
And I require Archivist Mahler's dissertation on de-escalation theory. You should be able to locate both pieces of scholarship in the scriptorium. I'd also caution against borrowing additional titles. The scribes are absolute fusspots when their work goes missing. I'm sure I have no notion of what you're referring to.
Augustine? Sure. She's got a mind for provocative hypotheticals. Asked a lot more interesting questions than we normally get.
I will add it has been some time since we last saw her. Not since before the schism, in fact. Why do you ask?
Augustine was obsessed with the rift. She wanted to know all the potential routes the Order might take to deal with it. We explained that the rift is an aberration of the plan's natural order, corrupting time and space and creating uncertainty. Consequently, all efforts should be made to close it.
Oh, yeah? And how'd she react?
Well, she hasn't returned, so perhaps she didn't like the answer we gave. Happens more often than you'd think.
Apologies, but gossip doesn't fall under our purview. We've secluded ourselves here to avoid such distractions, so I would thank you to exclude us from any remote drama. Much appreciated. We'll present our final arguments once you've returned with the research.
Those who cannot follow the plan will be
The gap is the target. Trigger finger's still tired.
I know this ain't gonna get to the abbot, but I have complaints that need registering anyhow. This monastery's too big for the staff we've got, and It sure seems like the scienticians and theorists here ain't fixated on keeping neat. I might just be a novice, but at 73 years of age, I've enough self-respect.
Investigating hostile intent.
Still, ain't as bad as it was in Auntie's choice. But that don't mean it's good.
Replicator at ready status. This is quite modest, very simple and austere. Can hardly guess who lives here. Did the abbot take a vow of resplendency?
She would make peace with the primitive mind of Auntie's choice. This must be prevented. Whatever the cost, or humanity's ascendance will be forestalled by centuries. The stalwart agent arrives. I need more time to finish my work, so I've prepared a choice for you. The hostages in the card press before you will die unless you intervene. If you go through the door on the right, you'll find the means to save them by solving a simple puzzle. Leave through the other door, however, and they will die, screaming in abject terror. But how could you call yourself an Earth Directorate agent if you allowed that to transpire?
I know a stall tactic when I see one. Call's on you, though, dear.
The Seer's already proven willing to kill for his cause. I think these folks aren't long for this world if we don't help.
Entirely depends on your priorities. My former department would say keeping on mission is of paramount importance. But I no longer think I agree.
Right. The Seer and DeVries have to be stopped. Everything else comes second.
No need for misplaced optimism. Simply accept the cost and move forward.
Raise high probability. Wiley got he let some others go, but didn't even give us the chance to surrender. He's lost his wind. Kept going on about his puzzle in the research wing upstairs. That must be where he hid the key to stop the press.
Ain't this the room the Anchoress has mentioned? Couldn't hurt to keep our lamps lit for that material they requested.
Let me guess. That safe won't open until we solve this puzzle. Seems like stacking the deck for a predictable behavior analysis. Ratcheting up my aggression. The Seer's been overindulging in Aetherwave cereals.
Indelibly eradicate algorithmic dissonance. Verifying hostile presence, huh? Well, that was quite alarming. Investigating aggressively.
Hostilities are afoot.
I'll be aiding!
Hit the far side of the flare. Combat!
Taking cover!
Amplificator is charged.
Way to get the ball rolling. This laborious exercise is obviously intended to consume precious time.
See? Didn't I tell you our friends would be back? Hurry! Disable the...
Time will tell if that was a good idea.
Thank you, stranger. We should be okay here for now. Okay, Wiley, it's just dividend.
Oh well, no use deliberating over unobservable quantum outcomes.
How did you respond?
I wonder we made any progress on the plan under that old pontificator. Thank the architect, Seer Wiley's in charge now.
Unfriendly nearby.
Premeditating violence!
Vitals are in the red, Commander.
Ready to wait. On your command.
preservation a priority. Torpification.
Possibilities are limited. Taking cover. Advancing for an ideal firing solution.
Sorry, ain't ready yet. Let me know when you needed a stretch.
Taking the fight out of them, locking them down.
Information gathered.
Mobilizing. Ratcheting up my aggression. Try to limit further damage, Commander.
Over here! Free hole ahead! You lot just hit the broadside of a freighter.
So Clemens and Svoboda's killer arrives. So much of our plan ruined because of your meddling. Victor's explosives would have minimized casualties on both sides. You may have bested my peers, but they were never my equal anyway. And neither are you. You took so long, I was beginning to think my little puzzle actually stumped you. Flattering. But also, I suspect, largely disingenuous. You seem confused. Allow me to delineate on the totality of your failure. Saving the hostages delayed you just long enough for me to complete my work. I was able to transmit not only the coordinates for the peace talks, but also the station's security protocols, giving Augustine control over its automechanicals. She has everything. That's preposterous. And a transparent attempt at sowing discord between us. I haven't the time nor desire to enumerate the failings in your logic. Suffice to say, you misunderstand the basic fundamentals of my objectives. The Order has been dislocated from its ideals, becoming the opposite of all they espouse. DeVries and I are merely providing a necessary realignment.
All I hear is empty bluster from an amateur schemer whose only success so far is failing loudly at a sloppy plan. This slapdash takeover of yours is graceless and rushed and reeks of ineptitude and desperation. In my day, we did these things with considerable more efficiency and panache.
And who are you, exactly?
Marisol Delgado, former head intercessor, Department of Preemptive Causal Redirection.
The endpoint. No. The improbability of you interrupting my plans at this singular moment beggars belief.
Our aims are so similar, I'd almost consider joining you. Had you not proven yourself such bumbling fools, dragging me into your mess. Consider how much uncertainty has been introduced into your equations. Can you have any confidence in your predictions at this point?
What in the Architect's computational summary are you on about? That hopeless, ineffectual, over-reliant waste of workspace? He wouldn't dare. But I am beyond reproach. My talent without peer. What has Joseph ever done for the Order except occupy my valuable time with useless queries? No, this is some kind of deception. It has to be. I could not have missed such obvious machinations. My math is correct. My math is always correct. How could I have failed to recognize such gaps in my predictions? I checked and triple-checked. What more could I have done? Where did I err? Enough! Please. Your point has been sufficiently made, and I truly lack the capacity to debate you further. I've already sent Augustine everything she needs. But all our communications are on this terminal. It is yours to peruse. Though I cannot say whether the information will be useful. Obviously, my analytical acumen is not what I'd assumed. All I know is that I was never meant to stop you. Now I must send word to my allies here at the monastery to stand down and notify them of my resignation from the Order. Effective immediately. Leave me be. I have no more predictions to offer, now or ever.
I have grown worried. I have not received word from Archivist Clemens in some time, and I imagine you would have relayed any pertinent information by now. I fear this bodes ill. Without him, our only option is a direct assault. A risky proposition, to be sure. The last thing any of us want is for our plan to spiral out of control. And so it falls on you to seize back that control. Use the methods we discussed to take command of the monastery. When it is done, I will send further instruction. You have my trust. See that it is not misplaced. I'm much obliged for your tireless work. With this knowledge of Greater Tranquility Substation and its security codes, our plans for the peace talk, however, without Archivist Clemens and his explosives at our disposal, we've no choice but to proceed with our contingency plan. A direct assault. Though the codes will, yet we must act unflinchingly.
We should return to the Incognito. Get on over to the location of those peace talks. Doubt will be DeVries there, but we ought to try.
Agent, over here. It seems the situation here has been resolved, but I don't see Seer Wiley. Were you able to secure his safety? I won't trouble you to provide more details then. But please allow me to thank you for your assistance in reclaiming the monastery from these conspirators. Without your intervention, I fear this could have been a far greater tragedy. Now, at least, we stand some hope of mitigating the divisiveness in Golden Ridge. You are welcome to collect the experimental weapon inside the observatory, the Oracle. It was Landon's design. Only seems fitting you take it. This key will unlock the case. May all your future endeavors proceed in accordance to the plan.
I don't know what you're complaining about. I totally understood.
I told him he wasn't going to make it. Hey, body's not even cold yet. Show a little respect.
Best we start discussing strategy.
The information collected on the peace talks has been verified, Commander. As time is a factor, this unit suggests heading to Greater Tranquility Station as soon as you are able.
Should we consider going in with a plan this time? Or is it going to be another improvised free-for-all?
Bullet could solve a lot of problems. Provided we can reach DeVries before she enacts her plan to kill the delegates.
I don't trust the Order to do so. They've appeared perpetually wrong-footed since Passar took office. Perhaps that's part of some strategic long-term plan, but I wouldn't rely on it.
Records indicate Greater Tranquility is a derelict station. Consequently, the ideal route to reach the main chamber for the peace talks will be through its underbelly. Be advised, in the absence of Victor, status deceased, and his explosives, Agent DeVries and her team will be committed to a frontal assault. Due to delays incurred while saving the Order hostages, DeVries also has the codes to control the station's security automechanicals, and will assuredly deploy them against you, Commander. Additionally, per the Earth Directorate Manual, when lacking equivalent combat forces, determination and vast amounts of ammunition may make up the difference.
Always up to erase an erratic variable.
I'm coming with you. Who better to make DeVries pay for Horizon Point than a pair of her own Phantoms? I know what's at stake. I'm not asking you to set aside the mission. I'm telling you I want to be there when you face Augustine. I'm owed answers, Commander.
Confirming coordinates for Greater Tranquility Station. Confirmed. Use the astrogator when you are ready to navigate to the station, Commander.